then I'm not mentioning something that I've either learned in the military, that I've learned from Frito-Lay, or that I've learned from some book that I've read. And that's the other reason why, for those of you who were on the live yesterday, you saw all of the book reviews on the website, how I came to start reading, how I'm in my 11th year of a book challenge, and how I'm able to take that information. Some of you may have received a book review from me for a particular piece of information that you were working on. And so when people read books, I say, okay, once you finish with the book, let me know, and I'll send you my book review. I don't want to skew your learning, but once you do it, then you may have taken something away that I didn't, and vice versa. So the point is to distribute the learning across paths and make sure that you learn it, and then that way you can remember it. So if I read a book and I go, wait a minute, what did I think? So for example, The Art of War, Who Moved My Cheese, have a lot of book reviews on that. And some of them, it's me video, some of it is me in graphics. And some of it is me talking over graphics. So I go and find that particular book review and send it to someone. The point is not to use your time all at once. So if you have 7 hours that you need to learn something, 20 to 30 minutes, take a break, go back, review what you learned, another 20 to 30 minutes, go back and review what you learned again. And that way you're actually learning it instead of memorizing it so you can regurgitate it. Next is to take tests. No, we're not having a test today before any of you go, oh my gosh, you're about to give us a test. I'm not, especially Kevin, because he's still trying to wake up. So I wouldn't do that to you. Take a test. Taking tests actually helps you better remember what you've learned, even if the topic wasn't covered on the test. So what I liked about college, and most people might not like this, I hated multiple guess. I never have taken standardized tests there. I have never taken standardized tests well. For me, I just want to give you the answer. So by my junior year, when we got the blue book exams, whoa, baby, that's how my GPA went up. I'm like, right on this topic. Sometimes I would end up using two blue books on exams just to, make everybody just no curve. Won't be a curve today. Yeah, it's me and y'all. That's what's about to happen. I'm gonna make sure that there's 1A, it is May, and then the rest of y'all can figure it out after that. Anyway, so taking tests is a way to learn the information, and I will always, thank you to my cards, learn and know more information than was actually going to be on the test, and I still retain some of that information to this day. Now, this phenomenon is known as the testing effect. So spending time retrieving information from memory improves the long-term memory of that information. And when I was at Frito-Lay, I had 14 weeks of onboarding as a manager. And so every week we had to report out to the leadership team of the plant on what we had learned. And so because of these processes that I had from the military and college, I will be able to give this very thorough review. So if you're wondering, how the hell did I remember all this stuff from Frito-Lay? I was 14 weeks and you had to spend time with on every shift with fire operators. You had to go on an over the road drive with the drivers with the tractor trailers. You had to go on a sales run with a bulk truck and a C-store person. You had to know everything in the plant. And I mean, from the beginning to the end. Herman C.E. Doolin and Herman Lay and all of that. And so the reason for that was that by the time you got to your particular shift, you knew how to take raw materials, turn it into finished goods, and sell it in the marketplace. And so I was the first person that actually had slide presentations. There was overhead, show you how long ago that was. But I'm like, okay, this person is here, and this is what this does. And when it goes through the OptiSort and it ejects all of it. And just so you know that when you have brown chips, it's not burnt. That's too much sugar inside of the potato chip. And the OptiSort is supposed to eject that out. But if you got a bad crop of potatoes, they will set the OptiSort higher and those potatoes will make it through. And that's why you end up with what you think is burnt chips in your bag. And that's from way back in 2001. And now that's 24 years ago. So Okay, and then the final thing is the retrieval practice makes it more likely that you will be able to remember the information in the future. So I just gave you some information from 2001, and we are literally, it's almost 24 years old. In April, May timeframe, it will actually be 24 years old because I actually learned the process. And as I mentioned, when COVID showed up, because I ran a traffic center, I understand the supply chain, I went straight to the grocery store managers and asked them when their trucks are coming. And that's how we ended up going to Winco, because during that time, Winco was getting a truck every day. Other grocery stores were getting trucks once or twice a week. Also found out which grocery stores were mean to their suppliers because they were the ones that didn't get their resupply on time. So they were going to show them.